Hey guys, welcome to Feel the Fear TV, the channel for those of you who understand how important it is to push forward with your fears rather than letting fear hold you back and play small and make you struggle with your mental health. Please remember to click subscribe and then you'll be notified of any new episodes that are coming onto the channel. And as always, please feel free to share the video with anybody that you know who sadly may be struggling with their mental health, but who you can empower by showing that there are fantastic ways to be able to take responsibility for our mental health. As you know by now, we are using the amazing book from Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, authored by Susan Jeffers, written over 30 years ago and has changed the lives of millions. I came across this book about 15 years ago. I read it, it absolutely changed my life. I became an instructor for Susan and I'm now the director of training for feelthefeartraining.com, and this is where we license instructors to spread the positive messages about the book. So if you've read this book and absolutely loved it and want to share messages with others, then why not join our global training team? And you'll find all the details on feelthefeartraining.com. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about the 5 truths about fear. And this is on page 27. It's quite near the beginning of the book, and it's helping us understand the power of fear and how we need to reframe fear and see it as an ally rather than an enemy. Because if we can make friends with our fear, which is the same as anxiety, then what happens is our life expands as we learn to be able to overcome the chemical reactions that are fear. So I'd just like to read the 5 truths about fear for you. Number 1, the fear will never go away as long as I continue to grow. So what this means is, some people wait until they stop feeling fear to try new things or change their situation in life. But actually the fear is never going to go away. As long as we continue to grow and push ourselves out of our current situation and test our ability and be able to handle the unknown, the fear will never go away. So I have fear. I have to learn to be able to overcome that fear. And that's what enables me to be more confident. Number 2, the only way to get rid of the fear of doing something is to go out and do it. And that's how simple it is. So whatever that is, going out of your front door, going for a job interview, starting a relationship, ending a relationship, the fear, the only way to get rid of the fear is to do the thing that you're scared of. And I know that's, sounds quite hard to do. And yes, it is, because that's the whole point. We get the chemical reaction of fear and anxiety, and we think that that emotion is more powerful than our ability to be able to handle the situation. And it isn't. It's only when we're at the other side that we can realize we did handle it, and that's how we get more confident. Number 3, the only way to feel better about myself is to go out and do it. And that's what I just started to say, that the only way we get more confident and the only way we feel better about ourselves is to do the thing that we're scared of. That's how we start to live a more empowered life, and we start to have self-belief, and our self-esteem rises, because we can look back and think, wow, I handled that situation. I was able to get through it. I dealt with it. It might not have been very nice, but you still dealt with it. Think back now to all the situations that you've handled in your life and how you dealt with it and how it might have put you in a bad place, but you came through it and you dealt with it. So that's what number 3 is saying. That's how we feel better about ourselves. Number 4, not only am I going to experience fear whenever I'm on unfamiliar territory, but so is everyone else. And this is really interesting, because when I used to deliver workshops for about 7 or 8 years, it was amazing to see that there was so much, growth in the group by everybody realizing that everybody was in the same situation, that everybody was feeling fear, and that's okay, that's normal. But we can just think that it's us that feels that fear, and we just think that nobody else feels fear. And she gives really good examples in the book about, people that she's worked with who have, said, hey, I felt fear. The mayor of New York at the time, of course I feel fear. So, be reassured that everybody feels fear. It's not just you. Number 5, the last one. Pushing through fear is less frightening than living with the underlying fear that comes from a feeling of helplessness. So what Susan means there is, when we're in a situation which we are unhappy with, but we feel as though we can't get out of, we're in a state of feeling helpless, that we're stuck, that we're trapped. And what she's saying is, once you start pushing through and get out of that situation, then pushing through fear is not as bad as that state of helplessness, feeling stuck. So there's quite a lot of content around those 5 truths of fear. So please grab yourself a copy of the book, have a read of them yourself, and pop some questions below in the comments if you need some clarity on it. So thank you for listening, and see you on the next episode.